Hey, 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 everyone. How's it going out there? Well, it is Talk to Tamika Tuesday. I'm jumping on because I can and checking in on folks. So it has been a lot going on, but knowing that we are right about at the halfway mark of the year, I just said I needed to jump on in here, chat with some folks, see who's out there, and really provide some updates and see what folks have going on. For a while, we have been getting a lot of things accomplished on our back end and things like that. There's just a lot going on. So, with us on this side of B Niche, you guys know we have the international sales agent certification, and that program has been going. And of course, people are getting us confused. So I said, I need to do a whole campaign on the program because if you ever see anything having to do with international sales and people are charging a monthly cost money to do splits and all that kind of stuff, that's not the program. That is not my program. So ask, inbox me and ask before you sign up. So there's been a lot going on, but you guys have 6 months almost in at this time. So I'm talking to all business owners. I'm talking to real estate professionals. I'm talking to investors. We are halfway there. So what are you going to do to ensure that your goals are met for the next 6 months? So I don't know why it feels like June has sped by quicker than any other month, but it has. Or at least it feels like it has. And we've got a lot going on. So I want to welcome those people who are coming to Teach at the Beach. And if you haven't gotten your tickets to Teach at the Beach, make sure you get them because we are launching the mobile site, and when we launched that mobile site, if you guys remember, last year we had a share contest. And with that share contest, we just made sure that people who were sharing were getting points and things like that. And then there was a prize for, I believe, over $350. So the cool thing about that is that you don't really have to do much other than share it on your social media channels, and you are already entered and the system calculates it for you. Now, this what's going on this year at Teach at the Beach for those who are coming back or those who haven't been there before, welcome, welcome. But with what's happening in the market, we are focused on figuring those things out and helping other people figure those out for what they need to do for 2024. So, and what I mean by that is, guys, you guys can look around and you will see that in the housing industry, for example, you have, they'll never catch up with affordable housing and how much of it we need. So, what most people are doing, most developers are doing, is they are creating affordable rental units, and some are creating rental units that are not attainable or affordable for all of the families that need housing. But what they're not doing in droves is they are not creating housing that allows you guys to build wealth. So that's been our focus. And I'm on a mission, you guys already know, to find additional developers who can help push that agenda. And so this year at Teach at the Beach, we're spending a lot of time in those spaces. And so in the past, we've had 45-minute workshops and keep it going. This year, you'll see more training, more things people can walk away with. We have quite a few 2-hour workshops that you guys can figure out and see if those are for you. And, we have a couple of things on the broker track and things because pretty much what's happening, guys, is that if in the United States, if the developers who have been developing and the builders who've been building are now developing and building for the hedge funds. That means there's going to be that many more properties that are not available for sale. So that means the person who's in the traditional real estate space will tend to sell less real estate, or those agents who are coming in are going to sell less real estate. So now's the time to figure out a niche, a business niche, an area you can go into. Because what people are not talking about is that they're not making more, and they haven't made more money than they did last year, in a lot of cases, simply because there's less inventory. There are things that are just working against the grain on purpose. So, how do you find out what those things are? You have to strategically network, and that's what our conferences and our events are there for. We want to strategically network with the people who are in front of us. So, I will tell you guys, if people aren't in front of me, if I don't see them, if they're not in that circle, then I'm not reaching out to do business with them, right? So, you have to intentionally do business with other people. So, yes, it's great that we're going to put things out on social media and attract this person and attract this person, but you really have to get in front of people. COVID is, it's not that it's over, it's just it's not as restrictive environments. So you have to get out. And so many of us have gotten comfortable with not going outside. Like, we don't want to go out. We don't want to do things. And you have to strategically get in the rooms with the right people. And so you guys always know that that is my goal, is to connect the businesses to the right businesses, and more importantly, connect people who have niches to the other people who need those niches, and then really expand those on a much larger scale, because there are large businesses who need your products and services, but are you ready? So if you're not ready, or if you haven't been doing the things that get you ready over this last 6 months, this next 6 months is designed to do just that. Get in gear so that you can rock out the next 6 months, or get in gear so you can get your tools and skill sets and things like that together, so that 2024 can be your stellar year. Either way, there's no right or wrong. It just really depends on where your mindset is. Okay, so one of the things I keep telling people, it's not always about the skill set, it is about the mindset. And a lot of us are not walking within our passions. A lot of us are not walking within faith. A lot of us are not walking within the roles and responsibilities that we are governed to be in. You know, we've kind of taken the easy way out. Or we saw a job and we applied for the job, or somebody told us we'd be a good this or that. And so we paid for this thing because we wanted a quick way to get there. There are no quick ways. Can I tell you guys that again? There are no quick ways. So you have to find things that you enjoy, the work that you enjoy, because the money will come. But if you don't enjoy it, and if it's something that somebody else wanted you to do, then it's not going to work out for the long run. You'll have some success, but you won't have the successes that you need in order to retire in the lifestyle that you want. So you don't want to look back, and some of you may have to do this. Do this exercise. Look back over the last year. Look back over the last 2 years. Now look back over the last 5 years, 10 years. Did you move in a substantial way? So meaning, if you were making 100,000, or if you were making 50,000, or if you were making 30,000 last year, are you making that this year? Are you doubling that? If you haven't really made huge moves in the last 5 years, understand that something is off in your systems, processes, coaching, something. It's time to correct that and get on board and start moving forward, because what has happened is, in the last couple of years, if you haven't made significant gains within your company, and I mean increases, monies, things like that, then the chances are you won't do it for the next 6 months. So something has to be rewired for the next 6 months. So you have to stop and think about what am I a slave to that has me in this space that I'm not delivering? Do I need an accountability coach? What do I need to get me to my next level? You don't have the time that you think you have. Okay. So that's what I really want you guys to understand, that how fast that 6 months went by. If you haven't made any progress, first 6 months, you haven't made much progress from last year, you chances are you won't make the progress you want to make for this year. And so you got to figure out what's going on. Are you depressed? Are you sad? Have you had a loss? Do you need to see a therapist? Whatever it is, you have to get out of that and change that, for the simple fact that the world is still going. The prices of everything is going up. So if you're not, and your income is not going up, you're actually at this point hustling backwards. Okay, get me? You heard that? You're hustling backwards at this point. If you're not making the money, it doesn't mean to go get three, four more side hustles. It means something within that whole system is off. Okay, you're not designed to kind of work 16 different hustles just to make $30,000. That doesn't make sense, people. That doesn't make sense. So because one thing isn't working, that doesn't mean now I'll just go be a travel agent. And then on top of that, I'll do this. And then I'll, sell bundles. And then I'll do glasses to make up the income. That doesn't make sense because you're not investing in anything. You're actually taking on more jobs. That's not having several income streams. And so what happens is you have 10 jobs that are now paying you $30,000, and now you're even more exhausted because you're barely mediocre at all of those different things instead of being able to focus on one or two things. And then you hit a wall and you crash. And now you're really pedaling backwards, because when you hit that wall with 10 side hustles that don't have processes and procedures there, then guess what happens to the income? There's no income coming in, and that's where panic starts and everything else starts to creep in. So, guys, this is your time to just slow it down, take a deep breath, and figure out where you need to go, what you need to do, and who you need to be around for this next 6 months. And so I'll be coming back and forth to you guys, but right now I am really focused on a couple of projects and Teach at the Beach. But I hope that you are hearing me on what you need to do for the next 6 months. So, guys, I'm going to go. And as I always say, I'll see you at the top or from the top. The choice is yours. Take it easy. Bye now.